That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Oh, just let me
That's right.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me Oh, just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me
The best
Fuck
in this
all
business.
that shit, just let me go.
Yeah, I'm broadcasting live from the heart of Europe. This is the most badass if you broadcast it all the known land legit. But I'm telling you, this is Shop for the Point, and I'm late. I don't give a fuck.
I am now deaf.
Mundane Leg is on the other side of the glass. How you doing, Mundane Leg?
That's the one fucking nickname I don't want.
Mundane Leg.
Yeah, fucking. You know, I lost my leg because a boulder landed on it. It's crazy.
How you doing, everybody? We got I hope a good show for you. We always blame Nick if we don't work it out. But he came to me and he says, I got the one for you. He says, if I watch this video, I will be triggered in the first 30 seconds. I don't know anything. I'm triggered by, I don't know, the girl that got rescued in Adventures in Babysitting in Chicago. That's apparently on the docket today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You remember that movie?
Yeah, Adventures in Babysitting. Yeah.
Do you know I watched that movie and they took the F slur out. I couldn't believe it.
Really?
Yes.
Like on the
yes,
the
I watched it with Tom.
version?
Yes. The one they streamed over here in Germany, they took the F slur. Remember he says Thor is a faggot, right?
Yeah. By the way, you remember who played Thor?
Who was that? I always wondered.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Who's that?
Full Metal Jacket, the guy who shoots himself.
Really?
Yeah, that's Vincent D'Onofrio. Yeah.
He got in really good shape since Full Metal Jacket.
No, he's always been in pretty good shape. He gained weight for Full Metal
I'll
Jacket.
say. Oh my God, I wouldn't even know that was the same guy. What a great, what happened? Gomer Pyle. That's right.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Private Snowball! Oh, God. And he shoots him at the end. Damn shame. He's dead, too. You know that? What's his name? The guy who played the drill sergeant. He's a great actor.
Do you have a clip of that?
I sure do. What's going on here?
He was an actual drill sergeant.
Dude, something's been happening recently. Every time I have made love to women, so they always start saying stuff like, get off me, and what? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Whatever you say. All right, you want to watch this check and see how it goes? Because I really don't know anything. I got to, out overhead a little bit, but, I mean, it's more fun when you don't know a fucking thing. This is 5 minutes, and then we got, a ridiculously long Google Doc, so to speak, or I don't know, the one that Clown got kicked off of, YouTube Notes or Twitter Notes or whatever it was. And to go further in this, observe my abuser, Piper Frazier. Boy, Piper's like the best name for an SJW looking chick. I don't know why I never was attracted to the cow thing. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
The earring in the nose. It looks like he can lead them. You know what I mean? You know they put that big metal thing in cow's nose, and I never knew why. Yeah, that piercing is not attractive.
Oh yeah, It looks they look like cows.
Because I think of cows. Yeah, I don't like anybody that has it. I never dated a chick with that. It's always been even a hot chick that has it is a turnoff. Yeah, I never dug that. Piper looks like fun. But I really don't know what she's gonna say. I don't know who the YouTubers who are involved. I know nothing. But here we go.
You know me from Hi, this is Piper. You know me from the YouTube channel Observe with Logan Portinier. Today I'm divorcing him. And I'm literally at the courthouse. I will be there in an hour.
Wow, people are just nothing can be personal. Nothing? How much? We're 12 seconds in. You can't just get a divorce. I got to film myself going into the Jesus Christ.
Welcome to fucking 2024.
I mean, Justin TV was way ahead of its time. You know how Twitch started? It was a guy walking around. Hi, I'm Justin. He put a camera on himself and streamed to wherever he went.
Yeah.
Yeah, my PC's acting funky. Holy shit! I don't know what's going on, bro. He was acting funky before this too, probably because it's hot all the time. Here we go.
Hour, and he will be appearing remotely through Zoom, and I will be divorced and free to speak on who he is.
Uh-oh.
Because who he is a fucking monster.
Oh. Something tells me her vision of a monster, mine are typical. Mine's like Ted Bundy. Hers is like he's a bad husband, but that's a monster.
Is a gaslighting, abusive, manipulative.
At the 30-second point. At the 30, you're right, Nick.
Monster. He has no credentials for what he does. He has made up all of his experience. None of it is real. He's never trained anyone.
So welcome to YouTube.
Worked on any cases. He's never anything he says that he's done.
Do you know who this guy is?
I have no idea this. I have no anything about this story at all.
Okay. All I know is I'm not super impressed. Let's go. Let's see what he does. Lyndon Poitier. This is on the spot, winging it. Logan Poitier. He looks like a douche. It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Well, that's a bad sign right off the bat.
Tommy, click the link I sent you.
Hold on.
I sent you the perfect video to get an understanding of what his channel is, all right?
No. No. See, my shit's acting weird. It's like slow or something. Yeah, my stuff's acting weird. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's a DNS server. What is going on there, folks? Hello, hello.
Hey idiots, welcome back to Observe. So the last couple videos in this series have done pretty well, and you have hit every marker that I've been wanting to be able to see to let me know that you want to be able to see these. So I am now doing Shane's video. I'm going to analyze it. I'm not going to do an analyzation of it because that's not a word, but I am going to do an analysis of it.
You mean he faked something that's already faked to begin with?
I think Xylee was telling me about this story.
So, non-verbally speaking, I know a little bit more about Shane because I've seen a couple of his videos here and there. Also, I was able to spend some time watching some of his other videos to be able to establish...
What's his conclusion? Shane's a cat molester? I mean... Is Nick on already?
Establish a solid baseline to be able to work off of, and Shane's baseline is largely very relaxed with a fair bit of expression in the eyebrows, and he does this gesture and this gesture as well. So those are all things that I have noticed and I'm taking into account while I do this reading. Now this reading is going to be centered around two different video clips of Shane.
I changed my mind. She's right. I'm absolutely sure he doesn't know shit from fucking Shinola.
His experience, none of it is real. He's never trained anyone. He's never worked on any cases. He's never... Anything he says that he's done, he's never done it. He's never even taken the master's course that he promotes.
I love it.
His manager, Bunny, is his girlfriend who he cheated on me with and now lives with.
Oh.
So when he says the Observe team or something, it's just Bunny. She's his employee, and there's
kind of like shot from the point. It's just mad. No, it's not. No, we got a whole bunch of guys
sleeping together. So do with that information as you will.
I won't do anything. I don't care who he sticks his dick in. I'm crazy like that. I'm out of control. I'm wild.
When I was in my relationship with him, he was incredibly psychologically, emotionally, mentally.
You know, that's what you say when he doesn't beat you.
Physically and sexually abusive to me.
Okay.
He would bait me throughout the day with flirtatious texts and then accuse me of being a sex addict when I would try to initiate sex with him. And then
imagine being a divorce court judge. Hey, you want to do something later? You filthy whore. I'm always pleasantly surprised when my wife wants to sleep with me these days.
He would.
That's 10 years.
Initiate at the worst times when I was emotionally down or had been manipulated by him.
Oh, by the way, I didn't know, and my wife, thanks to Facebook, my 10-year anniversary went by this week where I asked my wife to marry her. You know that?
Oh wow, really?
Yeah. I was like, she's like, do you know what today is? I'm like, fuck! Today's the day, and I looked at her and it says, oh, you got that from Facebook memories, right? She goes, yeah. Okay, I'm off the hook.
Or he was love bombing, and then he would initiate sex and knew that I would give in.
I don't think that's anything. When you say sexually abusive, I'm just call me crazy. You're kind of insinuating rape. All right, you're insinuating something a little. That's not it. It's definitely shitty, but it's not sex abuse. Sex abuse means something different. But yeah, I suppose you could get there, which is what a lot of people do these days.
So he, under psychological duress, would trick me into having sex with him. So he raped me.
Ha! Oh no, God! That's why Nick gave this to me.
Over and over and over again, over years.
Yeah, you consented to everything over a year, and now it's rape because he texted you, he flirted with you. Unbelievable.
And would play
Sounds like these people are perfect.
with my mind in every aspect. He used my illness, endometriosis, against me.
What is that? All right, we got some kind of what do they call those people that are always sick or think they're sick? What's the Illuminati is like that? Hypochondria. Any hypochondrians? We know what the fuck that means. Hold on.
And would play with my mind in every aspect. He used my illness, endometriosis, against me.
Endometriosis? Do we have any?
Yes, that is a vaginal disease. I think it's something. Now, all right, chat, work with me here. All right, I think it causes like lesions in the vagina, makes it very uncomfortable. Makes a woman in a lot of pain. When I was addicted to painkillers, I met a lot of women who had that, who got addicted to painkillers as well through that. So it can be very painful.
That's a good reason to break up with her right there. that sounds like the never in the mood disease.
He led me into psychosis with the way he was treating me. I experienced psychosis almost every day for nearly a year because of the way he was treating me. And he didn't give a fuck. He didn't care. He would do whatever he wanted, do to me whatever he wanted.
I want to tell you something. I'm really good at reading people. She what her does, her eyes go up and to the left. That usually means anger, accompanied by revenge. That's the observe shop on the point observe report.
Yeah.
And didn't care at all what was happening to me mentally or emotionally or physically. I was a burden to him. He would tell me that he couldn't be mad at a concept of my illness. He had to be mad at me. He, near the end of our relationship, said that it was no longer his responsibility to pay for my well-being, but he wouldn't allow me to get a job. When I would say, I'll get a job, he would say, how would that make me look making a disabled person work? And this would be after...
Wait a minute. Does that particular disease make you disabled? Like you can't get up and go to work? I mean, maybe it could. Sounds like you can't have sex.
Yeah.
Does that make you disabled? Really? I don't know.
It's the pain. It can be the pain is. I don't know if it's disabling. Like I don't know if but the pain is. From what I've been told, it's very very painful to the point where it's hard to get out of bed some days.
Okay, well that could make you disabled. You can't get out of bed and can't work. I mean, that's legit.
Scream at me. Like literally in my face, scream at me for hours, saying you.
Yeah,
do
someone in the
nothing,
chat,
you provide
Tommy.
Nothing. I do everything.
What?
Says my endometriosis has caused me to have scarring on uterus, ovaries, have some on bladder and rectum. I am permanently on opiate painkillers. So yeah, it can be pretty bad.
Oh, no wonder you get hooked. That's disabled. All right, that's legit.
Is that the real wings in our chat, by the way?
Let me see. He probably has vaginosis or whatever the fuck it's called.
Vaginosis.
Where is he in there? Yeah, it's him.
Okay, bet. What's up, Wayne?
How old are chick? She looks under 25.
Would be after he would scream at me, like literally in my face, scream at me for hours saying, you do nothing, you provide nothing, I do everything for you, you do absolutely nothing. And I would say, okay, I'll go get a job. And then he would respond with that. And I never had access to our money.
Maybe he knew what you were really thinking because he knows observes so.
Other than grocery shopping, and even then, most of the time it was declined.
You're going to be a little surprised by this from cold ass me. Nick, listen, I kind of believe her. But I don't think he's a criminal. I think he's at worst a bad husband. I kind of believe her. But who knows? Maybe she's full of shit. And I'm sure she's laid it on thick, sort of like the other girl that would, like that whole group of people that allowed to be bit for years, and now all of a sudden it's a fucking problem. What was that? You know, I'm sure she's laying it on thick, but I kind of believe her.
Yeah.
He cheated on me.
But with the option to say, all right, I was wrong.
With Bunny. He pushed me into a wall. He trapped me in a car so he could scream at me. I tried to call the police on him many times, and he would take my phone out of my hand.
You know, it is. A lot of this is probably bullshit, but she's getting a divorce. And, like, people get crazy during divorces, right? Yeah. You know, and they do crazy shit. I remember I went to a shrink during the shrink said to me, my wife's about to leave me. She's going to leave. He's like, what happened? It's like, oh, she's not. She's just it's just a fight, you know. And she was out the door like the next fucking day. And I went back to the shrink. I'm like, so now what, bucko?
By the way, Chad's giving me shit because I said vagina, not uterus. I think that's unfair, ladies. I stuck up for you.
It's all the same.
Do something about it. Come on. It's come on.
It's all the same. Same department.
All the same thing.
Get over it. Get over it.
Yeah, it's fucking. It's the mechanics section.
You don't care about my dick. I don't care about your pussy. How about that?
Yeah. No, it's literally like you're in the mechanics section at the hardware.
Look, I will say this: if your genitals hurt so much where you can't get up in the morning, okay, like all right, that's a disability. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Hit our dogs.
The same street, different house.
I gotta stop smoking this shit.
When you go looking for fucking motor oil, what do they say? Oh, it's in the hardware department. Like, yeah. You know,
there you go.
He would not get me food when I was trapped on the couch or in bed because of my illness. He would just let me go hungry or thirsty because he was busy. And how dare I ask him?
Yeah.
This is really hard.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to do this to yourself publicly. Ladies, you don't have to do this to yourself. She's decided to do this to herself.
I can't do this. I can't speak on everything that he did right now. It is too difficult for me. Maybe at a future date I'll speak about everything, but just know
it's
that
not
he
necessary.
is a horrible fucking monster who deserves nothing in this world. He deserves the pits of hell.
Sounds like my ex-wife.
For what he did to me. He does not deserve to have a platform, especially one where he goes about
now we're going to censorship because he's a bad husband. Yeah, sure.
Saying that he's a voice for the abused. He deserves to rot in hell. And I have no shame saying that whatsoever.
I don't have shame saying that to people either.
I'm moving on for me. But also for me, I need to say this. Because it's part of me moving on.
I need the public to know this so his fucking YouTube career is destroyed. I'll translate. Thanks. You're welcome.
Moving on means that I'm not going to just lie and let.
Yeah, I'm going to make him
because he's
pay.
This divorce with nothing. I'm getting no money, nothing. Even what I'm owed is not getting to me because I can't handle his throwing a fit any longer. It is emotionally exhausting. And
so what she's saying is she's tapping out, taking the divorce, taking no money. That's what she's saying.
Yeah.
Cannot handle
She
it.
could always go back for more.
So I've given up.
And then in this way, she does this. How many? 32K? It's not that much, but she probably could get some donations to go back after him.
I've thrown in the towel and said, fuck it. I'll get divorced. As long as that happens, I can move forward.
Wouldn't it be funny? Wouldn't it be really funny if she's got this all fucking backwards, goes in the courtroom, and they said, "Okay, you'll be back here at such and such a date." Wait a minute, I'm not divorced yet. Yeah, that's how things normally work. We let the lawyers suck you dry.
Because I can't move forward when he's dragging me down every day. So I hope his career is destroyed.
Yeah, I know. That's the point of this video.
He ends up in the pits of hell. He deserves nothing less.
Sounds like an angry woman. Angry woman. Hell hath. What does it say? What does it say?
Hell hath no fury like a woman
scorned. She is scorned.
Yeah. You want me to read this?
Yes. Let's see.
All right, here we go. The truth. Hi, I'm Piper. Most of you know me as the ex-wife of Logan Portenier from the Body Language channel Observe. Now, we are officially divorced. I'm here to speak the truth about what happened and who Logan is. If you've been following me, you know that in the past, I've been pretty open about my abuser, but have to be silent during the divorce proceedings. Today, I want to be very clearly say that Logan Portier of Observe is my abuser. I was also a victim of abuse and assault, and by his partner and manager, Bunny Ann, or her real name, Elizabeth Crumb. Almost said Elizabeth Cum. No one enters a relationship thinking that they are or will be abused by their significant other. So to more clearly explain how things got to this point of explosion, I will go back in time and tell you how things got to this point. I met Logan when I was a month shy of 19 and he was freshly 21. At the time, I had just moved to Bozeman.
It's a pedophile.
Montana. And I met him through one of my brothers. Logan was attending Montana Bible College to become a pastor, and I was working at a coffee shop and also dating someone long distance. Logan and I became friends quickly, and he was perfectly charming and made me feel like he understood me. He was
this guy in Flaming Star should go bowling. Go ahead.
He was really into reading body language, and I was very quiet, so I felt like he knew me every time he would read that I was in pain and no one else knew. Eventually, he convinced me to leave my boyfriend for him, and we began dating. I was surprised when he was very quickly wanting to buy me expensive things, and was showering me with compliments, affection, and gifts. As someone who had spent their life being the outcast of the group, the attention felt intoxicating. Very soon after we started dating, literally everyone in my life was telling me that he wasn't a good person and I should break up with him. I, of course, ran to him with these accusations, and he convinced me everyone was just out to get him and that it was just us against the world. Again, as someone who had always been desperate for attention, all of his love bombing just
Let me stop you really quick. I got to be able to stop you. Try to hold your spot as best you can. All right.
Yeah, I got you.
Right. Like this is a tale old as time. People that are older than you have more experience with you. You just ignore them because you are in love. And both sides do it. Women and men do this. This is very common. Yeah. This is the time to think when people come to you like this. Now, they could be manipulative sacks of shit. But when people start saying it's all us against the world and stuff like that, that should send the red flag right up. Right up. And this is why I'm saying like what I mean by when I believe her. Because it does sound like, and then on top of, I'll be honest with you, when I saw what he does, because what he does is complete fake horseshit, right? Well, if he could be fake in public and sell his product, which is fucking body language expert, I mean, that's the most subjective fucking soft science on the planet, then he can, you can reverse that and treat people that way as well. So he's basically, so I can totally believe that she was emotionally abused. All right. So, and emotional abuse is never, almost never criminal. It's just grounds for a divorce. Let's go ahead.
Fast forward 2 years and we're getting married. Up until that point, he had been incredibly physically affectionate with me, as I had expressed that was my love language. Although we were conservative Christians, we sinned and had sex before marriage. After that, I was sure I couldn't marry anyone else.
That's why you got the lesions, lady.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
I was now damaged goods according to my religion. He was the only one I could be with. I had sinned and no one could know. I remember the night before.
Doesn't religion suck? Does she really believe she's damaged goods and can be taken? You're not damaged good. You just fuck some guy that's really dug. It's called being a human being. I'm so glad I'm free of that shit. Go ahead.
Yeah. Laying in bed and every part of my body just screaming to run, to go upstairs and tell my parents I wanted out of this wedding. But I was damaged. I had sinned. I deserved this. I went through with the wedding. That evening, we got to the honeymoon suite. He changed. He had been making grand promises about how amazing and physically charged our honeymoon would be. But once we got there, I put on the pretty lingerie and I had picked out for him. He scoffed at me and said, "What the fuck makes you think I would want to have sex with you right now?"
Oh my God. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what I did? You know what I did to my current wife? Fell asleep.
Yeah.
I was so drunk. Go ahead. Yeah.
And he pulled away every time I tried to get close just to cuddle. I was incredibly confused, but tried to rationalize it that he was just tired from the long day.
She was pretty drunk too, so it really wasn't that big a deal. We were in Tenerife making Tommy the next day.
Yeah.
You know, just to let all you ladies know. I don't want to spoil my image. I've gained a lot more women these days. I know why. Because they think I'm a fantastic lover. But go ahead.
The rationale ran out, though, when he continued throughout the next month to bait me throughout the day with spicy texts. And then when we were home together, he would jump back when I touched his arm and say things like, "What are you, a fucking sex addict? You wanted sex yesterday. Why would you want it today, too?" Even though he had made sexual promises all day long. This went on for 3 years until I just gave up. I played along when he flirted, but expected nothing if he promised it. I gave up on how I looked, gave up on trying to initiate with him, and just gave up on having an intimate desire at all. He was less explosive, and we had fewer fights when I just had no knees. So that's what I began doing. He then learned that he could coerce me into sex by love bombing, and only initiating when he had put me down and knew I would be. I knew I would feel like I had to say yes.
No, I gotta interrupt here. Now, she is a scorned woman.
Yeah.
So this has to be taken with a grain of salt. The thing is, there are guys out there like this. And the idea is to put you in fucking check. Yeah. And this does exist. And I'm well aware of it. I've actually I know somebody used to do that. It was a friend of mine. I don't know if it's to this level because I don't know about his sex life, but I saw some kind of pattern like this. So this definitely does exist. She sounds like she was a kid. Everybody told her that guy's a fucking creep, and she said no, he's not, and then convinced herself because for her own wacky religion that she couldn't get out of it. Now, how extreme this is, I don't know. Maybe it is, but I kind of believe her. Go ahead.
So after we got married in 2017, there is so much I could say. Like how within 6 months I was researching signs you're in a relationship with a narcissist because he was making me feel insane. But we could be here all day. If I did that, so let's flash forward to the end of 2019, where I was the sickest I've ever been from endometriosis. I was using a walker just to get from my bed to the bathroom. He's the most obsessed he's ever been about his YouTube channel. He'd always been too invested in it, but it was a lot during the time. He spent all of his free time fucking around with his unnecessary set and editing videos for his 20,000 subscribers, which I know now means absolutely nothing. He refused to get a full-time job because it took away from his time to make videos, even though we weren't able to pay our bills or get groceries most weeks.
Well, he's getting, hold on a second. Let's flip here. Like, what is he getting? Oh, that's not enough for two. She's got to have an income as well. These don't much look late. Popular. But the video I clicked on, the video Nick sent me had 1. Oh, this Observe's got big, but Observe's got. Hold on a second. His personal stuff doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't get what he used to. I don't know how he's living. Like, this is more than enough for a single guy to make money on. You know what? He's kind of like us in the sense that if there's a big thing going on or an apology, he makes mad money. But if it's not, he doesn't. This is not terrible. But it's more single guy money.
Yeah.
You know, and then he probably doesn't stream to boot. You know, my wife has a good job.
Yeah.
You know, I've been pretty open with the fact that, you know, I make a few grand a month, and on a really good month, I'll make like 6. That's fine for me, but it's not fine if she's got fucking serious bills. And, you know, we also got, you know, we got healthcare taken care of through her company. Yeah, I could see that being a problem. Okay, go ahead.
He continued to purchase equipment, and when I would question him on that, he would scream at me and say I didn't have a say since I didn't make most of our money, and he needed it. He refused to live in a cheaper, smaller place because he needed a whole room for his YouTube channel. During this time, he also insisted I try to sell feet pics made and managed an
He
account.
did need a whole room for his YouTube channel. I need a whole room for my YouTube channel. All right, so he's right there. Go ahead.
Yeah, and he made it. He made up for my feet. It went nowhere, and I felt used. On March 6, 2020, I had a surgery in Atlanta, Georgia, the day before we left, and I had an open conversation about how we were feeling. And because he had been calm during it, I felt safe to say that I didn't feel like I had enough emotional support from him. And as I was going through this horrible time of pain, for reference, I had been passing out almost daily and vomiting from how intense the pain was that I was in. When I said that to him, he burst into tears and ran down the hall yelling and collapsed on the floor into the fetal position. He was saying that he sacrificed everything for me, and how dare I say that he doesn't support me, and I was doing that just to hurt him, and he gives everything to me and I give nothing to him. I, of course, comforted him and apologized for what I said. The next day on the plane, when I was nonstop vomiting from the pain I was in and I looked at him for help, he told me to be quiet because I was interrupting his movie. When the airport attendant pushing my wheelchair was asking invasive questions about my health and fertility, he interrupted me to answer her questions with intimate details about my health without my consent.
Yeah, her pussy itches. Like, fucking, she's always bitching and moaning. Imagine. Go ahead.
Yeah. The night before my surgery, I was having a panic attack about being able to get to the hospital without vomiting or passing out, and he told me to shut up and be quiet so he could sleep. Clearly, he was super emotionally supportive, just like he said he was. There are so many more details I could share about him this time, but let's fast forward to when YouTube took off for him. I believe it was August of 2020, and Jeffree Star had just released his Golden Couch apology video. I was taking a bath to on the other side of Logan's studio wall and suggested that he make a video about it. The next day, it blew up. What he didn't know was that while he was recording that video, I was looking at studio apartments in my hometown and considering reaching out to my family to help me get out. I was tired of the screaming and fighting and journaling that I just wanted to be loved and happy. But when the Jeffree Star video took off, Logan calmed. He was receiving praise from thousands of people. He got his first YouTube plaque. He got his first large paycheck, and we were able to pay our bills for the first time. Life seemed to be looking up. However, we were still fighting. And when we did, it was explosive, screaming, slamming doors, and telling me to just leave. And when I would say, okay, I'm leaving, he would break down crying and beg me to stay, making a grand promises of how.
Do you believe her? Do you believe her? I mean,
I think so. Yeah,
I believe her. No, I'm just. Yeah. I want to see if I'm crazy here. You know, a lot of people accuse me of being a sucker for women, and there's some truth in that. But I'm buying it. You know, I'm sorry, call me a sucker. Go ahead.
Change and telling me that I had nowhere to go. Anyways, because in his words, my family didn't want me. He would make a grand apologies with gifts, aka love bombing. He also frequently told me that since he had taken an apology class and I hadn't, that he was the only one in our relationship who knew how to apologize properly. A common phrase of his during fights was, "You have no grounds to stand on," when I would try to bring up something that bothered me.
It's like being married to Destiny.
How long is this, Tommy? This
Keep going. I'm loving this shit.
Jesus Christ, dude. I'm running out of breath.
Yo, go ahead. We got lots of time. I don't got a fucking show after this.
Do you have a clip of that?
I'll throw you a bone. I'll throw you some money after this.
Okay.
There's something. I'll throw you some money.
This has continued as we moved to Seattle in 2021. He was constantly exclaiming how great life was now, and we had a big home, and he was making a lot of money. I, however, was more unhappy than ever. He was constantly reading my body language, assuming how I was feeling, telling me that I was lying because my body language wasn't matching up, and then gaslighting me by saying,
what a fucking scam. Okay, go ahead.
Saying he didn't read me. I had no money of my own and had to ask every time I spent anything. I was questioning my reality at every turn. I was completely isolated because anytime I tried to do something social to make friends, including a virtual art hangout, he would have a meltdown about how lonely he was and how dare I take him away from him. Didn't I know how bad it was for him to be alone with his thoughts? This is where I suggested we explored non-monogamy. We rarely had sex. I felt the desire to explore my sexuality, and I secretly just wanted someone to show affection to me. At the suggestion that we explore the idea of non-monogamy, he jumped straight to, let's download apps, which I'm sure you can.
Whoa, stop everything. Really, I was on to something with Destiny. It's a body language. I think OJ did. Teddy, it's coming. No,
Tommy,
so
this is so fucking long.
I'm giving you $50. All right.
Fucking Tommy, this is like a novella, bro.
We're getting the good stuff. We're getting. I'm paying you for this now. I'm paying you. I can't have this any other way.
It's fucking like.
I know. Like, I'm sorry. We're like right at the good shit right now. So basically, I guess did he approach her with the polyamorous, and then she's like, she went for it. I think I know where this is going. Oh, that's right. I do know where this is going. Now, when Nick said, and then they said, she was like, I don't know. I think if I could have a boyfriend, let's get apps. Let's do it. Let's go. What happens from here?
I had major success immediately, and he had no matches. This led to the biggest meltdown in the He threatened to leave, then told me to leave and go be with someone I had matched with that day. Told me that I ruined our marriage by suggesting non-monogamy. Made a huge scene while we walked out our dog, and generally verbally attacked me. I finally calmed him.
So this is what happened. They said, let's have polyamorous. She gets laid and he doesn't. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
I finally calmed him by.
And by the way, that's the way it usually goes because vagina. There you go.
I finally calmed him by deleting the apps and organizing a meeting with a couples therapist. In January 2022, we began seeing our therapist, Sarah. I had no idea what a bad idea therapy with
Hi, I'm Sarah. The problem with your relationship is you're fucking other people. No, send me $1,000. Go ahead.
He would act one way in our sessions and then scream at me after. He would tell me not to share things so he wouldn't
look bad. Yeah, I believe it.
When he threw something during a fight and it breezed past my face, I told him that if he threw something again, I was leaving, and I brought it to Sarah. His excuse was that he got his anger out and it was so small, why did it matter? Sarah had separate sessions with us that week where she asked me if I felt safe, and I lied and said yes because I thought he could be listening in. When I told her that I couldn't even go to the grocery store alone because he would have a meltdown, she told me, isn't that a lot of control for someone to have over you? And I said, is it? Just completely unable to grasp what was happening to me. To me, I thought this was normal because I had no one to share any of this with and had been trained to never say a bad word about my husband. He always had an excuse and always made up for what he did, and he took a class on apologies, so he means it right. Well, he threw a phone onto my camera, and it was next to me on a bed, and his phone broke, and I didn't leave. I hid that one from the therapy because I was ashamed. I didn't leave. He never threw anything around me again, but during fights would say, I'm trying so hard not to show something right now. You should be grateful, which was, or throw something right now. You should be grateful, which was chilling every time. Around this time, we met Bunny through her now ex-husband, whom Logan had met in 2015 when they were both working at Walmart. Bunny was a charming friend, seemed to care about us, and no one's surprise, was also polyamorous. In April 2022, Logan and I had decided with Sarah that we would start exploring relationships outside of ours. However, when I asked out Bunny, Logan threw a fit, saying I was ruining our marriage and tried to gaslight Sarah and me into believing I had done this maliciously. Thankfully, she didn't fall for it, and neither did I. He also had a meltdown saying, I thought we would share Bunny, and I was just like, she's not a toy, she's a person. In May, Bunny and I began dating and set the scene for our relationship.
This shit doesn't work. This polyamory, you're better off cheating your wife. I swear to God. Cheat your wife, and then realize it's wrong, stop doing it, and then move on. This stuff is you have a better chance of like repairing a relationship, and I'm joking obviously, but seriously, let's say you go on a business trip and you meet somebody and then you end up in bed and then she finds out about it. You have much better chance of repairing that as like a weak moment than you do doing something like this. There's no coming back from this, Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
We only ever cuddled and held hands occasionally. Unfortunately, this was also around the time when my endo was getting bad again and I was having to use a wheelchair or walker to get to most places. Just for context. Soon after that, we started dating again. Logan and Bunny started hanging out one-on-one while both claiming nothing was going on. I think it was literally the week after I started dating her. Logan hired her without telling me first. Then things really started to go downhill. In July, I had surgery in Portland. Logan and Bunny both came in with me. Logan couldn't handle seeing physical affection between Bunny and me despite saying differently whenever.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. She's doing the chick?
I'm confused. I think they're all doing each other.
Oh. Go. Okay.
Yeah. So the night after my surgery, we were all hanging out in the bedroom where I was recovering, and Bunny was next to me. Upon seeing me touch my knee, Logan got up and left the room in a huff. He went and sat in the kitchen to cry, and Bunny got up to go comfort him. During this time, I could hear their whole conversation, which lasted hours. Logan and Bunny discussed how I had apparently coerced Logan into polyamory, despite him actively messaging people throughout dating apps and us literally going to therapy for it when he weakly agreed where we were at, and how it was so disrespectful of me because of how much he had given up to take care of me and how good life was for him. and I just wanted to ruin it. Bunny agreed with everything he said. After he had seemingly vented enough, then they began discussing spiritually and how much more spiritually mature than both were.
He found somebody else to suck her, sweetheart. That's what happened. Like, so he's doing to you, he's doing to her what he's doing to you, and she's falling for it, and you're not falling for it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. I blame anime. I blame anime too. Go ahead.
Yeah. Everyone else and how much they thought they were each other's soulmates. While they were having this lengthy conversation, I needed my surgery medication, so I texted Logan, to which he replied to be right there. Then took over another hour and a half to bring my medication, and he yelled at me for interrupting him because I should have known that he would need to vent about me. After all, I was talking about taking so much from work. I was drugged and in pain and shocked, so I just sat and took it, then silently cried myself to sleep like most every other night. The next morning, they both acted like nothing had happened. Around this time, Logan's followers had voted on the charity I chose, the Endometriosis Research Center, for a collaboration with Kurt River. I was supposed to design these shirts, as I am an artist and I'm the one with endo. However, when I was recovering on the couch, I heard him give her the task in another room. I couldn't fight it. He made sure I had no say anytime I brought things up that related to Observe, because I had no grounds to stand on. This one hurt. In August, Bunny and I had a date that went well, even though we had been butting heads since the day we got together. When we hugged...
It's great.
Yeah.
Keep going. I'm almost done. We're almost done.
When we hugged goodbye, she went to kiss me. Yeah. This would have been fine, and had not explicitly discussed how many times that before she and I kissed. I wanted her to ask me for consent because I might not be ready for it. The real truth was that Logan wasn't ready for it. She did not ask me and tried to pull my head into a kiss. When I pulled back and said not yet, she went silent and didn't say another word, so I had to just leave. Logan, of course, tried to make this all about him. I had to say when I got home, I'm the one who just went through this. I need time to process, for him to stop saying how awful of a person he is and how I should just leave him, anticipating me to comfort him. For the first time, I didn't. We were supposed to go to the Ren Fair as a group that weekend, and I didn't feel comfortable going before Bunny, and I discussed what had happened. She, however, did not want to meet in person and only wanted to communicate through written format. When I said that she had told me and agreed to one thing, consent, and she acted another way, forcing herself on me, and I was upset by her reaction to it, or lack thereof, she gave me the silent treatment while still constantly messaging Logan. We eventually communicated through email, which she repeatedly brushed off responsibility for her actions, but I was so used that with Logan that I thought it was fine and normal. And I was wrong.
All right, we're good.
All right, there's one thing.
Yeah, we're good. We got the point. They're all fucking abusing each other. Yeah.
Wait, blood work. Wait, Nick, what's the blood work stuff, bro? You said blood work, right? You said get to the part about the blood work. I'm not seeing that.
The fuck up, Wings. Jesus Christ.
Make sure Tommy gets to the part of the document where she says her husband made her donate blood 2 times per week to pay off the car.
That's fucking.
You said donate blood.
All right, where's
So not blood work. Let me explain this to you. I'll get to the part. Where's the link?
I got it right here. During December, Logan also decided that it was time I was financially independent. He decided it was no longer his responsibility to pay for my medical bills, food, gas, anything. He decided to put a down payment for on a car for me, so I had a mode of transportation, and claimed it was Christmas gift. He expected me. Yep.
So he's saying, did you get to the part where she said she couldn't have a job because how would it make him look that his disabled wife had to work when he's a successful YouTuber?
Yeah,
I believe we got there, right?
So she wants you to believe that she was not allowed to have a job because of how it would have looked. Now, Matt, continue.
Okay. For me, I had anything. He decided to put a down payment on a car for me so that I had a mode of transportation, and claimed it was a Christmas gift. He expected me to make a monthly payment on the car by donating plasma twice a week until the $12,000 debt was paid off, because once again, he didn't want me to get a real job.
So you can't get a job because that'll make me look bad. So I'm literally going to bleed her dry. She has to donate blood 2 times per week to pay off her car.
Yeah.
What the actual fuck?
Yeah.
Where's the part where she said she donated so much blood she became anemic?
Oh my god. Well, they wouldn't allow that. I don't think.
None of this makes any sense, dude.
Yeah.
That is dude. Listen, all right, honey, you can't get a job. It'll make me look bad. So what we're gonna do is, I'm literally gonna bleed you dry and pump you out. This is fucking crazy.
So I began donating plasma twice a week until I was anemic. This is how I paid for my pain medicine, food, and gas because of our joint bank account was constantly overdrawn. So yeah, she's saying that she donated so much plasma she became anemic. Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Here's the thing. I don't believe everything, but I believe this guy was fucking with her. There's no doubt in my fucking
Somehow,
mind.
yeah, somewhere.
Yeah, definitely. He's fucking. I don't know.
It's a fucking weird, like, polyamorous relationship.
Polyamory
It
claims
doesn't
another happy
work.
couple.
It doesn't work. God, I mean, there's nothing more than I would love than to know that I could go bang some 20-year-old girl and come home and like, you okay with it? Oh, I'm fine. Did you have a good time? It doesn't work.
In this case,
we're not
neither
wired
one of them
that
were compatible.
way. Yeah,
it was
I know.
literally like, oh, it's great when she's the one fucking, and then when she's not the one fucking,
That's
it's
funny.
like, oh, my
That's
husband cheated
funny.
on me. But isn't it funny? She goes in the other video, she's like, my husband cheated on me. She left out the part that they were in a polyamorous relationship, and the cheating wasn't, oh, my husband started banging his employee. It was, my husband stole my girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of context to leave out.
That's a lot.
That's
It's a
crazy.
lot. He's a monster, but you know.
But how do you go from like devout Christian, I have to marry him because he took my virginity and that's like how it works, right? To polyamorous, I'm gonna get run through on Tinder.
Well,
like
I'll tell you why. Because you think your damaged goods are fucking ready. You want some kind of a fucking affection, and this is a way for you to get it. Remember, guys, men and women look at sex differently. Men look at it as good time, pleasure. Women look at it as intimacy.
Oh, breaking news, Tommy.
What?
Just like I told you, Flaming Star has been arrested.
Yeah, super. I'm gonna find out what's going on with that afterwards. No, so women look for intimacy, right? So yeah, so she probably thought the marriage is over and this is the way I can do it, and then somehow it's legitimate and I can do it now because I'm already fucking damaged goods to begin with. Yeah, I could see her getting there, sure. Yeah. You know, I mean, look, absolutely none of this stuff makes sense if you're like a Christian and you hold up those values. But like, you got to understand, we're talking about people here. People fucking, sort of create their own worldviews and they, they go according. So I think she probably did it because of an excuse to, meet other people and feel loved. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And he thought he was going to get some pussy and he didn't. She thought she was going to get some intimacy. She thought she was going to get intimacy, and it made things even worse. So that's more like it doesn't work.
Now, did we confirm whether this bunny is Xylie's co-host for the broadcast? Is that a different bunny?
Maybe.
Or is this Bo Black's ex-girlfriend who became
a lot of bunnies out there, right? No, I could buy. I'm sure he's messing with her and what have you. And I'm sure here's another thing. I'm sure she's leaving out. I mean, she touched it on it a little bit, but I can only imagine how many family members came to her and said, "Do not do this. I'm in love. No, it's us against the world. This is the way it is. Our love can't be destroyed by your relative." And she probably blew
Honey,
them
your
off.
mother's eyebrows tell me she believes in me. She's just not.
Bingo. And I tell you something, you're probably not as far off as you think. She said in the beginning that I was always afraid to talk to the guy because I thought he knew exactly what I was thinking. And then she marries a guy and realizes he's utterly full of shit. And this is just a bunch of fucking pseudoscience nonsense.
Dude, no, he really understands Jeffree Star. You don't get it, all right?
He took a nice Christian girl and turned her into a woke cunt.
Shaved her hair off, applied the nose ring.
Yeah, I know.
Forced her to date other people.
I gotta be honest with you. Like, I gotta be honest with you.
Wait, dude, she gets out of the relationship. Boom, she's a Christian again. I think he should burn in eternal hellfire. It's like, bro. Your voice tells me that you're super Catholic, but your nose ring tells another story.
Yeah, but that's only assuming. She's 19 too at the time, See, I don't know. I don't think you're an adult till you're 30. So,
no, he was freshly 21, Tommy. It was a grooming scandal.
It was look. He's a horrible fucking homicide, and he's a monster in the lowest sense. But not a criminal sense.
Can I even say that though? When the girl comes out and opens up with, "I want to destroy his entire career," I feel like I can start to suspend some disbelief.
Oh yeah, sure. And here's the thing:
I've never heard someone so transparent. Credit to her.
People can say shit that they think is real because they've rationalized it. So in other words, you put her on a goddamn lie detector test, it could be complete bullshit, and she'd pass the test because she's so focused on this shit. I mean, in that sense, so like you're probably getting a lot of bullshit, but I wouldn't be surprised if you could pass the lie detector test. Is what I'm saying. You know, you can't take like I was a Christian, I was this, and say, well, you're a big hypocrite. Well, yeah, no shit. And also, she looks like she's pushing 30 now. I mean, this is probably 10 years ago, or whatever fucking the thing took off.
So we did a little digging last night. Let me see if I can find this for you.
Yeah.
Do you know she tried to anonymously expose, like tell the story on a subreddit months before?
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, wait, is this the one where it says, yeah, this is great. Do you know what subreddit she did, though?
Lolcow. I mean, no.
Wait, you're going to love this, Tommy. I almost forgot about this. Do I send it to Matt? I'll send it to you, too, obviously, because you have to pull it up.
Sure.
But this is her anonymous account on Reddit talking about it.
Oh, God, this is not very anonymous. I was married to a body language analyst.
But look what Reddit you're on, r/.
Let's see.
Oh, it got covered by the request failed thing. Hit the X.
What is this?
Yeah.
Depth delusion. What is this? What is depth delusion? I don't even know.
Right now, give it a read. Now give it a read.
Support. I don't know. I don't go on Reddit.
From Hi, I'm new here.
Hi, I'm new here. This subreddit keeps popping up because of my body language content. And I have to say, it's so comforting to see the community is staunchly against body language experts. I was married to a very popular body language YouTuber, and many of you has called out. I'm going to try to seem vague because I've been threatened with a defamation trial. Ironic, I know. He gained popularity with Heard versus Depp trial. And
it's a Johnny Depp subreddit.
Oh, that's so funny. Oh, God, this just never ends. This is the funniest shit I've ever seen. Oh, my God. The Depp delusion. Oh, yeah, this is all Johnny Led. Probably has pictures of Amber Heard's dumps. Oh, that's so funny. Did Andy Signore interview her?
Andy Signore is probably one of the people she fucked on. Doesn't seem really.
Oh, God, great googly moogly, man. That's fucking funny. All right, I'll take calls for as long as I can stand them. I'll open up the phone lines.
Peace out, gamers.
Take care. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate it. That was fucking funny, man.
My throat's so fucking dry right now. Oh my God.
I just gave you 50. I just gave you money. Fuck off. Jesus Christ. My God almighty. So Keem, I guess, is spiking the football because we don't make up fucking drama. I mean, I get that frustration, but you know, we are the drama guys. So whatever. I guess we gotta stream tomorrow. I don't know if we're streaming tomorrow or not. I don't know why I can't. I don't know if we're streaming tomorrow or not. Let's see. I'm checking this shit out.
By the way, lolcow live. I guess that was maybe Nick. Lolcow live was in the chat.
Yeah.
It was probably Nick though.
Yeah. Oh, was it Nick or it could have been Keem?
Oh yeah, Flaming Star behind bars. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have been Keem.
Yeah, it might have been Keem. Well, let's see when he comes out. It's becoming a hairy situation. If I have to speak on this, I had a conversation with Boogie yesterday. I'm actually, unironically, pretty concerned about this situation. I know some things. I don't think I should mention them just yet. But yeah, it's gotten even fucking weirder since I've spoken to him. I don't know if this guy is just your average spurg. And you know, Boogie had to do what he had to do, but I guess the issue is what if he gets bond, you know, and feels like he has nothing to lose. That's what I'm nervous about. And I hope Boogie and Desi stay really, really safe, because I don't think this is just a fucking like Sen or who the guy that said he was talking to Boogie's girlfriend. I think this is next level. If he was, you know, if he was doing that stuff, it means he's capable, and if he got arrested, it means the cops believe it. So, and he is a shaman. The cats are flocking. Jesus Christ. Boogie, no warning shots. Yeah. So I really hope Boogie and Desi take care of themselves because I think this is like mega concerning. I understand the flaming stores take interviews and all that other fucking horse shit. I'm gonna hold off on that until I know it's safe to talk about it anymore. So there we go. We got calls. Decade Under the Influence, you're on Shot for the Point live. Or you're not. Or did we fix this fucking bug? Or...
Yeah. He should be. He's just gone. Wait, did you fix it?
I don't know. I thought fucking Cord did it. Let me check. He's not muted on my end.
Well, let's try this. Hold on. Internet, unmute real quick. Can you talk?
Yeah.
All right, you're
bye.
good.
The other guy loses. Internet, you're on the air.
All right. You guys have brushed over one crucial part of her document.
Read it.
I don't remember exactly where it is, but she said this girl, Bunny, who's her girlfriend, sexually assaulted her because she kissed her, and then she said, "No, don't kiss me," and then Bunny stopped kissing her.
Oh well, yeah. I don't think it's like crucial or anything. There's obviously completely fucked shit going on. I don't believe every word she says, but I think it's just a bunch of fucked up people doing a bunch of fucked up shit. I think that's a pretty easy conclusion to come to. I'm not like letting the chick off the hook in the sense that I think she's telling the truth, but yeah, I think she was probably mentally abused at some level. You know, what she considers sexual abuse, what she considers a monster, doesn't really jive with anything criminal. But I mean, yeah, so what? You know, I don't think that's all that crucial, in my opinion. But go ahead.
It's not. I just think it's.
You think it's funny? I think you're calling me out, you bitch.
No, of course not.
I gotta protect myself, motherfucker. Damn. Anything else, man?
No, that's it.
All right. Hold on a second. You take care, Internet. Thanks for the call. Do appreciate it. Where are you versed on this one? The bully's here, everybody. First.
Just joined the stream. Could you give me a lowdown of what's going on?
Fuck off.
I can tell by the hair and glasses that not much is happening in this accusation, but other than that, I'm not too sure.
Actually, no, I believe her. Seriously. I believe she's not nothing incredible happened, but I believe her in the sense that it was a fucked up relationship and they did fucked up shit to her.
Oh, that's really good. When nothing criminal happened in a Me Too, there's really not. What's the rest of the substance?
Yeah, well, okay, fair enough.
Are we just listening to a girl complain, or what?
Pretty much.
Oh, wow.
Pretty much, yeah. She's complaining about her ass.
That's never happened before.
Yeah, she's complaining. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think that this guy. I don't know. I think he does. Reads body language, which of course is fucking like bullshit. And it's
what they teach that in the Secret Service in the military, right?
I don't think so. I never heard of that. I don't think so. If you look to the left, you're telling the truth. If you look to the right, it's like,
I've heard defining your own feelings and determining how someone feels and reaching into their heart is the best way to determine fault. So.
Yeah, always. Let's get Decade on it. Let's give him another shot. Decade Under the Influence. You're on the air. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Hey, for some reason it doesn't work on PC. Anyways, did you hear the news about QT Cinderella?
Who's that? Remind me. Huh?
What did she do?
She's Ludwig's girlfriend.
I think I remember.
Yeah,
that.
we know that. But
oh, we do.
Ahead. What did she do?
Okay.
I was gonna tell you later.
She started an OnlyFans.
Hot.
Okay.
She good looking?
There's like a degree of that. Was she like showing feet?
No, I mean, did you see it?
Or... No, that's why I'm asking.
That's why you called, you fucking dipshit. I don't even know who the broad was.
What part of my question asking you what's on the OnlyFans means that I know about it? Just curious.
I guess it's
okay. So anyway, what is on the?
Go check it out.
What do you go check out? You're supposed to call me in. What's the matter with you?
Post nude.
Oh, hey, Tommy, can you go to onlyfans.com/QCinderella and bring it up on stream, please?
Sure.
Show everybody.
So, yeah, do you have anything else, Decade?
Are you going to, give context, or?
No, she just has huge boobies.
Okay, I'll check her boobies out. Thank you. I do like a good heads up on a boobie picture. I do appreciate it. It's gone.
At least she can. You know what though? This is actually for the greater good because now she's one person that can't cry about deepfake porn because now she has her tits out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I never want to hear it again. She can't cry about it anymore.
Yeah, what the thing is?
They're
Like,
just
is that what they
feeding
all
the AI
do?
algorithm with real nudity now?
Yeah. Oh, I love that deepfake porn.
Yeah, she was one of the people that was crying when what's his face got caught.
Yeah, so it was about money then. Like, well, if I'm gonna get fucking, my naked pictures out there, I'm gonna cash in myself. That's what she's probably complaining about. Who could blame her? Jesus Christ. Let's see. Your video is suitable for all users. Oh God. Oh, for fuck's sake. Let's see. I wanted to look up something and I already forgot what it was. Do we have no more callers? Okay. Cam Dog 301. Cam Dog 301. You're on the
Hello.
Ominous. Holy shit.
Hello.
Okay, isn't this cutie Cinderella girl the same girl that had her nudes or whatever faked by AI?
Yeah, that's what we're hearing.
Holy shit! Is there an echo in here?
Yes, you didn't hear it. We just found out about that.
Is that better?
Hey
Yeah.
Tommy, I think that cutie Cinderella girl is one of the girls that had AI deepfake porn on it.
You don't say. You have anything else, buddy?
I'm sorry. I immediately left the stream to join the Discord to say that.
I know. Okay, it's a fine.
But,
What do you want to say? Don't pay attention to him.
Yeah, you're like
That's all I
playing
wanted to
Fallout
say.
over there.
That's all
I
I
hear
was
your
saying.
fucking-
Thank
I hear
you.
your
Thank you.
radiation going
I
up.
just got off from work. So.
Get out of here. Big butt lover, you're on the air. Go ahead, big butt lover. Oh, shit. It's one of those days, gentlemen. One of those.
You really
days.
can't say it's one of those days, Tommy, where every stream I watch, this is what happens when you take callers. It's really just
Every
stream at this point.
often, it's like
The only people that give you good calls now are what's his face? Is that one guy that really likes?
Hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
Yeah, Mark, and then the other guys that is a really, really big fan and likes the podcast, the other podcast.
Yeah, no.
What's his name?
Yeah.
Every time he calls in, he's like, "Tommy, you got that W, man? Fucking W, W dog." Who is that? I'm trying to remember his name.
Yeah, I don't remember.
It's Simman.
Simman. Yeah, he's been around.
Hey, you got that W, man. Hey,
Dude, do you know
us? It's
Oh, go ahead, Bruce. I didn't want to.
no, go ahead. No, it's fine.
Did you know Simman's kind of getting around? He's going on like Destiny Orbiter streams now, and like with like 500 concurrent viewers, and he's like one of the regulars. He just sits on stream with those guys.
What?
Yeah, like that JStock guy. He's like on that JStock stream all the time.
Mm.
I was watching the stream. And I saw the profile picture. I was like, that fucking Simman. Holy shit.
Oh, Jessix is here to lecture us all about sex.
Oh yes, we love when people call in definite.
Yeah, that's my bad.
You gonna lecture us about sex?
Listen, no, listen. I'm offended. I am a great caller. Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
I always
Hey,
have
did
something good.
Did you
to
hear
bring.
that Cutie Cinderella's AI deepfake and OnlyFans came out?
Oh yeah, she has an OnlyFans, right? I heard that she was mad that people
Yeah.
were making AI porn of her.
Yeah, she didn't want to Katie. That's her money. I don't blame her.
Shit, wait, can we Google that? Can we fact check that? I don't know. We can't really say that without knowing for sure. Can you fact check if she reacted to AI deepfake porn?
Fact checked by true American patriots.
Oh man, this is too funny. So where are you in this whole situation?
On the
And-
body language girl lady.
Sure. Yeah, what's your?
She's okay, so it's fucking retarded for her to be like, yeah, actually I was a conservative Christian, that's why I married this guy. Like, no, you're just retarded. Like, you can't be like, oh yeah, I was a conservative Christian, and then you're like downloading fucking Tinder and fucking women all the time. Like, it's just like,
I love how
do what you're
Jessic's
gonna
favorite
do.
part-
But
Yeah,
I love
right.
how Jessic's favorite part is that she stole conservative, like, stay-at-home wife valor.
yeah, it's retarded. It's fucking
You're
stupid.
defacing my people.
Yeah, it's like, listen, like, you can be retarded and do stupid shit. You don't have to like blame it on something else.
I didn't get the feeling she was blaming it.
Staying at home.
I didn't get the feeling she's blaming it. I think what she was trying to say.
To me, it feels like, because you hear this type of shit
Do you
a
have a
lot from
clip of
people who
that?
like.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Erica with the big 1-0. Thank you so much, Erica. Thank you.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Oh,
let's go is
shit.
right. Fucking A. Wow, now,
Hell yeah.
Hey, half of that went to fucking what's his name for the reading. So there you go. Half of that went to Matt. Oh, thank you so much. Appreciate
Let's
it.
go.
Future,
I
for
can-
future, I would've
Matt,
read that for
I
25.
already sent it. You should have it.
Space.
Yeah.
Space. I'll check my email.
That's so funny. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Yeah, we both got paid.
But I don't know. I mean, like you can be like a Christian and like do that kind of shit, right? Because like depending on what kind of Christian you are, you can interpret the Bible however the fuck you want, right?
A real one or not, right?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think anybody that believes in Jesus is a real Christian. They just might be wrong on some doctrinal stuff. But it's like, you know, like you can, you know, if you think like, oh well, I can just fuck women off Tinder because I'm married. Like you're not a conservative Christian.
Well, I don't think that's what she's saying. The way I took it was she was this, and they stripped it away from her. That's the way that's the way she looked. That's it. She's not that way anymore. She was, and almost wishes she still was.
It's like the type of shit you hear from people like, oh yeah, I went to Bible camp. That means like I know everything there is to know about Christianity type.
I don't know. She looks like, if you look at that area she's in, it looks like a fucking goddamn hillbilly land at the courthouse there. So I think what happened was she bought into it. She was titillated by this guy. The guy told her, is like, well, we fucked already, so you can't fuck anybody else. She bought it because she believes in that crazy shit. And now she's not. Now she's fucking broads. You know, and probably will continue to.
This is why you don't give it up to men until they put a ring on it.
Yeah, well, it's probably, I don't necessarily disagree with you completely. Here's the thing. It depends on what you want. And what you want is that old-fashioned home, you probably shouldn't blow the guy in the urinal.
Yep.
That's what I think. Now, if you want what I wanted, to party and have sex and go nuts and then eventually settle down, yeah, then fine. I mean, sow your oats or whatever. But you can't have both. You know, you really can't have both. And you can't, and once you get married, all that wildness has to go. I'm pretty conservative with my wife as far as like our relationship's concerned and stuff like that. You know, you don't see me going around doing goofy shit, you know, for the most part.
Well, y'all aren't into crazy weird polycule shit?
DJing masks off. No, DJing. I was a young man. I was a single young man, and I took advantage of it. That's right. And then I got married and had children and knocked it the fuck off. Like 99.9% of the country does.
Spoken like a true
like
pedophile.
A normal fucking person.
Yes, I'm normal. And it's not like you can't get it. Like, you can change your fucking mind. All you have to do is stop having sex with everybody and then start being, you know, Christianity is supposed to be forgiving, right?
Well, and it is. It's like, I'm not against, like, I mean, I know people personally who were like, oh, well, this girl did OnlyFans, this girl did this, she's like irredeemable and stuff like that.
No, that's horseshit. I don't buy that scarlet letter. No, it's not. It's scarlet letter nonsense. Yeah. You know, no, I mean, but so, yeah, you can get that, you know, you gotta go. I'm glad I sewed them. I don't think I would have been happy, you know. And I'm just, Jesus Christ, you think my wife is at 32 was a virgin at her wedding day? I mean, come on.
Wait, she wasn't? No.
Yeah, in Europe she wasn't. Of course not.
No, just kidding.
Of course not. But I don't I look at it. I know there's some guys out there that would just be disgusted by what I just said, but. The way I look at women, and this is the way you have to do it if you want transactional sex. If you want to sow your oats, you got to let them sow their oats. If that's too much for you to handle, well, you need to be conservative and you need to fucking get married and have sex with one person.
That's the thing that pisses me off too is there's a bunch of like these like crazy fucking mega retarded like right wing e-boy like internet people, you know what I mean? Who are like, oh, you know, a woman who's had sex before, I need to marry a virgin. It's like, okay, so you're a virgin, right? Like, no, you're a virgin?
Of course not.
It's of course, yeah, they never are.
And think about this. Let's say somebody lives up to that fucking high standard. What awkward sex that wedding night's going to be. Jesus Christ. Not there, not that. Oh, I'm a little uncomfortable. You know why? Because you don't know what you're doing. you haven't a clue what you're doing. I'm sure you'll eventually figure it out, but that first night's not going to last more than 2 seconds. You know, there you go. So I'm not into shaming. Now, we are all born again Christians. Yeah, sure. I don't like. I'm not a big fan of like judging women. I am a big fan of judging women that tell everybody else how to fucking live when they're blowing everybody. That's what I'm a fan of. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like one thing to be like, a hypocrite and like, because I know plenty of people, even like these guys in like the online political right, who are like, oh, you need to be, you know, saving sex for marriage and we're Catholics, and they're not doing any of that shit.
No, I know.
Like, behind the scenes,
that's
they're
what
all
that's what
fucking
I grew
fake.
up with, because you weren't
It
you weren't.
pisses me
Yeah,
off.
that's one thing you will never be. When I grew up Catholic, and I like literally like all the Irish American Catholics, like, don't say anything about religion. That she's a whore, and they were banging and bragging and giving everybody's fucking high fives. You know.
Yeah.
And I wanted to join them. You know. But but I didn't want the religious part. So yeah. And here's the thing, like, you know, if you have premarital sex and that does blow with you between you and God, that's between you and God. But just know, if you're around like non-kooky Christians, you can change that and you can get on the right track. But you have to stop.
Well, like my husband and I, when we converted, I started converting before him, but he was raised Catholic. So when I started my conversion, he showed an interest too, and he decided to convert with me. Yeah. And before we were living together, we weren't married. Like, obviously we were having sex. We'd been together for 10 years at that point, right? So, you know, but when we got serious about our conversion, we stopped. We both did. We made a conscious decision.
That seems like, to me,
there's times where we like, maybe we fucked up because we had already done it before. So
that's not being a hypocrite, though. That's not being a hypocrite.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's.
But we made a conscious effort to really stop, and people kind of laughed at us and made fun of us for it. But it's like, it's one thing. Like, I can't sit here and be like, I'm a Catholic.
But you know what? You know what?
Sex for marriage, and then I'm not doing it.
They laughed at you and made fun of you for it. But you know, if like. They want it both ways too. They want you to be a hypocrite and not a hypocrite at the same time.
Exactly.
You know, I mean, so yeah, like I've changed my mind. Yeah, sure, you change your mind. That's fine. I mean, that's not for me. You know, and I'm not going to necessarily. My kid's gonna have to find religion in the whole motherfucking time because he's not getting it from me. You know, but if that's,
I think in Europe it'll be hard to find religion anywhere. To be quite honest,
it's tough because like in Europe, it's like you're almost, even if you are like from a religious family, you're expected to go out and have sex and drink to get it out of your system.
Yeah,
you know, that's the way the European model works, to get it out of your system. And by the way, I did quite well over here in that department. And I don't have any regrets, man. Let me tell you, when I was in Jersey, you know, these broads wouldn't spit on me if I was on fire. I was a townie. Everybody else went to college. You know, I come to Europe, all of a sudden,
I mean,
I'm
in Jersey,
exotic.
You're probably better off. No offense,
I was until after college. I was in college, and I didn't have nothing going besides a security guard. I was a big fucking loser, and then the quality of girl went down. Here's another thing, and this is just a fact, Jack. Like, if you want like super hot chicks, you're gonna have to get fucking money or at least show that you have a future, right? That's just a fact, right? As soon as I showed I had a future in the military, all of a sudden the quality of women went through the roof. And it's not even that much money, you know. But it's like if she has a thing for soldiers, then that's a soldier I want to marry, you know. You know.
Wait, are you trying to tell me serving in a woman's country when you come from across the world is more impressive than being a security guard?
Yes. Yes.
Write that down, everyone.
Yes. Well, you have a uniform. You have a thing. You are a something. I think that's the thing. The military gives you instantly that you have to work on in the regular.
You get really good benefits and stuff.
Yeah, you get good benefits. You get through basic training. You go through AIT. You are a soldier. So, like, if you go to college, it's a lot harder, right? And then you're out of college and you have all this education and you don't have a job. You are nothing. You're
my
back with
aunt
your
was
parents,
stationed in Kuwait. I think y'all are around the same age. How old are you?
Me, I'm 47.
I think she's like 45. So y'all are around the same age. And she was stationed in Kuwait for quite a few years. I don't know how many years. I mean, I was little. I was a little kid. You know what I mean? I was a little kid. I don't remember.
Lucky her.
Yeah. But she, and I think like she did like paperwork type stuff. Like it wasn't, I don't think she was active, you know, like in combat all the time.
Oh, she wasn't in combat at all. I'll tell you right now, she wasn't in Kuwait. She wasn't in combat at all.
I don't know anything about it. They never told me anything. You know what I mean? I'm just, I don't know anything
the reason
about
I say like what a nightmare that was, because you have to. I know what Kuwait's great when you're going when you're going in for a couple weeks, because they give you like fucking Xboxes and movies and like just fucking chill. Wait till your actual deployment takes place and you fuck off, and then when you get back, then you can fuck off from there and you can go to McDonald's and whatever and that's great. If you have to, so they need soldiers there that are permanent, right? So they have to be under all the rules. Like if you're in Germany, you can leave. If you're in Kuwait, you could never leave the post.
Yeah, she was there for like quite a few years.
Yeah,
she was there like so. I don't know. If
that
that's
must have been. That
permanent,
must have been.
but-
It's almost like being deployed without being deployed.
Yeah.
And
It's like
then
the only place
I
I
don't
remember
think
her
she gets
being.
danger pay as well. Because she's in Kuwait.
I don't think so. I don't remember. I mean, when I was younger, I asked her if she ever killed anybody, and she didn't answer me. So I don't know what that means.
Doubt it. I got
but,
women.
But I don't know if that's the only place.
I'm not saying
was.
no woman killed it. Women aren't in combat at all.
No, I would trust your judgment. Yeah, I don't know, but I just never.
But that might have been just really. Well, the thing is, she may have known a lot of guys that did have to do that, and if she was over there, she might have seen a few injuries and what have you. So she heard that, you probably made her head spin.
That's awesome though. Just strike fear into a child relative. You're like, I don't know, did I?
Yeah. Yeah. It did scare me a little bit. I was like, I'm never asking about that.
Yeah, I asked. I think every kid asked that. I think my kid asked me that recently.
Yeah,
I said no.
I think she ended up hurting her.
You know what I told? You know what I tell him? I was killing that pussy in Germany. And he was like,
"Don't tell him."
And then he jumped off the couch and he gave me a big high five.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
No, but what ended up happening was she hurt her ankle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what she was doing. And ended up needing like a surgery.
Yeah.
And like she didn't want to leave the military.
And that's
but,
it.
Like, they made her leave the military.
That's another
and
thing
she
about that
still
job.
Gets shit all the time for like all the benefits and stuff still.
That's another thing about that job. It's like being in, although it's a lot better insurance, it's like being a professional athlete. You can get injured and your career's over. And they just, the only difference is there's a certain amount of benefits you can get and what have you. It's like being a pro athlete. Like, you know, I watch these kids in Wehen Wiesbaden, the soccer team over here. You know, they're trying to work towards to get to higher leagues if they twist their ankle hard enough, right?
It's over.
Goodbye. Go back to work. They had the whole world at their shoulders. Maybe they were going to the first league. Maybe the team Germany was looking at, and then it's good night nurse like that. And it's like that in the military too, except there is some support. I think there's some support if you're a professional athlete, but once you're no good to them, you're gone. And pretty much the same thing in the military too. But there's things in place to protect our veterans that's just probably not for fucking athletes, you know?
Athletes, exactly.
Yeah. All right.
But at least she got paid forever after that.
Yeah, she probably did. She got I'm sure she got 100%. Big butt lever. What do you got?
Big butt
what
lever.
A jerk. Bye. Are you back? Oh my God. All right, whatever. Take up darts or snooker. All right, I think we're done. I guess I probably should do an after show, huh? And I think it's. Let me read some of the. I was particularly bad on reading whatchamacallits today, so I'm going to definitely do that. And then we'll do. I'm going to read all your shit. Some of them look really funny, but I was kind of concentrating on what Matt was reading. But I really do appreciate all of it. Erica Whitley.
By the way, you only sent me $5, Tommy. I'm gonna need you to send me the more. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
Are you kidding? I've done that. I've done that. I was almost like legitimately embarrassed. I'm like, I've done that before.
I'm kidding. He was about to pay you another $50.
I would have checked and then killed you.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting.
No, of course. The Mr. Typo on Twitter all the time. I could totally not, but I could totally. Yeah. You gaslighting jackass. Erica Whitley, $100. Thanks so much. Verse shit. I'll read it for less than Matt. I'll keep them in mind next time. First.
Yeah, I would have done it for 25. You want me to redo it right now? Bring it up and I'll read it right now.
That's okay. Thank you. Sean, ladies and gentlemen, the final season. That's right. I'm retiring and going to lolcow. Yeah. The fortune teller. Body language is for real kooks. My tarot course is telling me this guy's nothing but an abusive snake oil salesman.
Wait, Keem's live right now on Lolcow Live. Are you going to that one?
What?
I'm just fucking with you. His face.
Philip Butts, dude, something very strange has been happening recently. Every time I made love to a woman, they'd always start saying stuff like, get off of me, I'm calling the police. It's pretty weird. Am I doing something wrong? No, you're just fine, by the way. Fuck you asshole. Jerk. What's the matter with you guys? Yeah, you're so funny. So funny. Okay. Let me get the super berries and call it a day. And then we'll do an after show if you're all linked up and all that happy horse shit. Super berries. I want to get all of them. I'd rather you do the other one though, because YouTube steals. YouTubes are they're criminals. Webpage ads, membership, supers. Here we go, supers chat. Does it tell you what day it is? Oh, okay. I only got 2 supers. Okay. It's see, Teddy. It really takes the phrase "blood for the blood god" to a new level. Yeah, kind of. As a body lender expert, I think OJ did it. That's both by Teddy and that's all I got for you. And yeah, thank you guys so much as always. Oh, Pats. Then we got new Pats, by the way. These always make me happy. I like making the show for y'all, and I like being rewarded for it. That's not what I wanted. Audience, active, $10 Pats. Here we go. 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. That didn't work. Oh, I think, yeah, there we go. Here we go. Irish, thanks so much. You're a $10 Pat, and so there's all these other people. Who are you? Tribby Savage, Tommy C. Scott, Reynolds Hughes, Pilkington, Panic Punk, Oatbag, Nesquick, Mrexon, Little Manly, $10 a month. Thanks so much. Latchkey Gothboy, Everborn, Cody, thanks so much. Blue Jacket, that's another new one. Ashley and Abby Blackbird, thank you so much. I do appreciate all your support. And I appreciate the fact that well, I appreciate the fact that you care so much about me, and that's it. Let's set up the after.
Are you going to support Gamer J Lee's new sponsorship? Are you going to buy his cup at all?
What the fuck is that? What are you talking about?
He got you want a new shaker bottle for some G Fuel?
He's got
his own now.
Yeah, for a gag, I'd probably buy it. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's him drawn as a anime girl with big tits. Would you want to buy that?
Yes, actually. So I could.
Okay.
I'll get a tattoo of it. Like,
yeah, you should. It would really fit in. You should get one for little Tommy too.
Is today the 4th or the 3rd?
4th, it's the 4th, yeah.
Yeah, it's the 4th of July.
Okay, it is now 10:30, 10:45. We'll go there. Okay, here we go. And the after show's posted. And thanks so much. Have a good one. GG's. Somebody donated 5. Thanks, somebody. That's pretty funny. Somebody donated $5. Get it? Get it? Get it?
I don't get it.
I'll give you a little love there. And I'm out of
explain
here. Shut up.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah.